Hi, we're here again talking about our favourite subject of the moment, which is the electric universe. And today we're talking about spirit. And spirit is one of those words that is really used a lot, sometimes overused, sometimes oversimplified. In terms of the electric universe, in context to the electric universe, I think we could use the basic premise that spirit is really the essence of something, of anything, of anyone. And I think myself, when I think about people not having spirit, in the sense of not having that essence or that life force which lifts them and makes them feel energetic, makes them feel complete, makes them feel able to progress. The lack of that can be summoned in various ways. I think of it being like tuning an old analogue radio, because you remember how you used to tune those and you could hit the exact wavelength, but it would still be muzzy. But the more you fiddled, the more you got that clarity. And I think within meditation, in stillness, within, if you like, conversing at an inner level with that oneness, you do hit the wavelength, and you understand when you're in connection with spirit. Joe, what would you say to that?
It's very close to the truth, really. If you learn to focus your energy and your spirit onto a single point, ultimately you will have a good connection. And I think, yes, you are, well, you hit the nail on the head. So I think as spirit learns to focus more and more and more and more onto this single frequency, or a single frequency, the more you do it, the more you find it easy to find that frequency. It's like a train of thought. It's like anything, you focus on anything you do in life, you'll always find that key to the next part, if you like,
I think it's necessary to define the fact that spirit is both an inner and an outer thing. Have I already said that? I can't remember, but spirit is very much an inner essence. Spirit is something, this is a very spirited person, or doing it in the right spirit means an attitude or an aim of some sort. And as much as it's an inner principle, there is a definite outer correlation in that we all are spirit. I think we are spirit with a body. We're not body with a spirit. I think we are spirit with a body. And the spirit, the energy, the essence is in fact the same as the universal force or the universal mind. I think the spirit, maybe people ask the question of what is the difference between spirit and soul, and I think I don't think that there's any one complete answer to that, but I see it as spirit is an outpouring of the soul. Spirit is almost the servant of the soul in that it somehow networks between or liaises between the body, the mechanics of the body, and the actual soul or the soul's purpose.
I think it's the other way around. Yeah, it could be the other way around, maybe.
How do you mean?
Because the spirit gives us existence, and the soul is an expression of that.
Do you mean the soul is like the sum total of everything the spirit has done or seen or where it's been?
Yeah.
I mean that too, actually. I mean that too. But then the spirit is like something which emanates from the soul, or from the soul level, to function in the way that would actually underline or describe the electric universe in a better way. In actual fact, I think there's very little difference between talking about a vibration, a spiritual vibration, a frequency in the essence of somebody or something in frequency, in vibration, and an electrical current. because nobody can really say what electricity is. They can say how it works or how to generate it, but they can't actually say what it is.
Well, electric is something that always wants to move forward. It's always going in a direction.
But that's just a definition, if you like, isn't it, or an adjective of.
Oh yeah, but if you give people an understanding.
Yeah, but what I mean is, do you see a difference? I don't see any difference between the electrical charge, as we're talking about the electrical universe. So in a charged electrical universe, that it has to pertain to spirit in some way. Spirit has to be.
It's true, yeah, but everyone has spirit. How far or how much they use that spirit is what they do in life.
Yeah, but I'm saying what is that spirit? In an electric universe, is that spirit actually part of why we are in an electrical universe? Do you understand what I mean? That's why we can call it an electrical universe, because it's we all use spirit so much.
We are a result of the electric universe, I would say.
Does that mean that spirit is the result of the electric universe?
Spirit is the experience of the electric universe. The spirit always wants to find experience.
Right. So, in other words, you could stand that on its head and say, because of that premise, because of what you've just said, then spirit has needed to create an electrical universe. Because I am saying an electrical universe would suggest that spirit has emanated from that charge. But is it perhaps a meeting of two things? Is spirit meeting with something else, which then overall is termed the electric universe?
No, a spirit is as a result of the electric universe.
So the electric universe came first, in your estimation?
Indeed, I think so, yeah. And I think plasma is the fifth state of being, and I think it should be the first state of being, because everything emanates from plasma.
Yeah, what you've just said is very interesting. Plasma, screen TVs, plasma in that sense.
Yeah.
In the old school mediumship, people used to use what was called ectoplasm, which again is an essence of something that can be moulded, shaped by spirit, both spirit discarnate in manifestation terms and spirit of somebody wanting to demonstrate something from an incarnate perspective. So again, this is the duality of spirit. I think is that it's both inner and outer. The spirit is the thing that's indomitable. It's ongoing, and it can't die. Just as energy can't die,
No.
Spirit can't die. So energy and spirit have to be the same thing. But it's where, if there is an actual separation between the electric universe and these things in individual terms, that is perhaps the most interesting question here. Can you see what I'm saying?
I think so. I think the spirit is, well, going back to the plasma, a famous doctor, when he first saw the blood moving around the body, he said how much it behaved like plasma, what you see in space. So it's like a connection between the two. So the upper and below us, where we sit in humanity, this is our spirit, this is our world, this is what we experience. Above us is the bigger picture, the solar system. Above that is the galaxy itself, and above that is a cluster of galaxies, and then the connection gets more and more and more.
As above, so below.
As above, so below. And this simple idea will explain, basically it's scalable.
Is it?
The very smallest to the very largest in the universe. All implies its own, the same idea, that it's all driven from the spirit.
So macrocosm and microcosm.
Indeed.
Okay, I think we'll leave it there now for today, and we look forward to joining you again. Thank you.